All right, it's just before 8 o'clock. It's about 7:45, and I'm just leaving Tri-Corner Knob Shelter, about 6,000 feet. It was probably 26, 27 degrees outside. Everything in my food bag froze, so I might have some exploded mayonnaise packets, but I'm gonna hit the trail. It was probably 34 inside the shelter with about 20 people and a fire going part of the night, and it wasn't too bad inside my sleeping bag. So anyway, today I should get out of the Smokies. It's about 18 miles, and to Standing Bear Farm, which is a hostel that I'm going to try to make it to, but it's all downhill, and I've been having some ankle pain, so it could be a pretty painful day. I might have to break out the ibuprofen for the first time. We'll just wait and see, but I'm going to get going because, as I say, hiking gets you warm. All right, catch up with you. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about getting out of the Smokies. I imagine they're wonderful in June, or if you're from Alaska and this is June for you, but not super awesome for me this April. But you know, you knew there would be challenges, of course, and this is just one of them. But looking forward, like I say, to getting down to lower elevation, and hopefully that was the one night where it was just going to be bitter cold and I wasn't able to get out. But I definitely think I made the right decision to get out on Wednesday, because some of the guys who came out of Gatlinburg on Wednesday said they hiked 3 miles and then just sat in a shelter where it was 0 degrees with wind chill and their water froze, and it was just not fun for an entire day. So if I could stay in a nice hotel room and upload YouTube videos instead, I think that was a solid choice. All right, well, apparently I'm in the bubble, so when I get to Standing Bear, if I make it that far, it's probably going to be hella packed, and they charge 20 bucks just to tent there. And all the reviews on Gut Hooks say it's not been that great this year, but it's kind of an iconic place, and I'll at least try to stop in and decide then if that's somewhere I want to stay. So, all right, here's some ice I gotta negotiate before I bust my elbow again. Catch you later. So about, I don't know, 4.5 miles into today's hike, and haven't gone down that much in elevation, but today is already shaping up to be much better than yesterday. It's already considerably warmer than it ever got yesterday, and there's no 20-mile-an-hour wind every time you go over a ridge. So pretty excited, and I feel like it's just gonna get better and better. So I'll check back in. I'll be passing the Cosby Knob shelter soon. So one of the reasons why the last shelter that I was at was so packed, and apparently it was also packed the night before, is because the next shelter is closed for bear activity. Apparently a bear got into somebody's tent and shredded it and stole their food bag. No report of an attack on a person, so I'm assuming they had just left it in their tent and gone somewhere. But they closed the shelter, and so from where I was to the end of the Smokies is, I think, 16.5 miles between shelters. So everybody has been holding up at the last one and then having to do this big charge out of the Smokies. So that's what we're doing today, and that's why there's a lot of people. There is a shelter, like I said, I think about 16 miles, and then there's Standing Bear Farm Hostel, which is where I'm headed. It's about 18 miles. So hopefully that'll split the crowd up a little. But I also have a feeling there's going to be people who stayed at Standing Bear who decide to zero there. And so that's going to be pretty crowded too, especially if the night before there were 46 people at the shelter. But we'll just have to see when we get there, and if they're too crowded or too bad, well, mantra, plans change on the AT, so we'll figure it out. All right, just a little update. Climbed to the top of Mount Cameron Mountain, I guess it is. It's the fire tower. It's a 0.6 mile side trail off the main AT, so that adds 1.2 miles to my day. But everybody said it was a great view, and it is. And if you look down there, looks like there's some burning going on. I don't know if it's deliberate or not, but if you get on this side, amazing. I hope the camera picks it up. But last view of the Smokies, 8 miles to go until I'm out. That's the Mount Cameron fire tower. Just put the other half of my permit in this through hiker box. Not actually sure if that's what I was supposed to do, but I guess it can't hurt. So I did. But I guess that means I'm out of the Smokies, although I think officially the puck goes on for a little bit longer.